dead before it said let's fight.
No, that's impossible.
By the way,
BT Dubs is BTW. I'm gonna bust you up.
punch.
Nope, I'm not coming down. Where am I? Help! Milk! Chance got $5.
The champ got 5 on it.
Back where it came from.
Go back where it came.
Ah, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, I tried to go in jump low. Don't hold for me.
Wow! One leg, you coward! Oh no, I should have done that.
All right, hello YouTube, welcome. My name's Scum, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host Meshi for the First to 50 podcast episode. Which one is it, Meshi?
1-8.
The big 1-8, episode 9. It's my favorite bit. Okay, it's episode 18. This is a podcast where we talk about video games, movies, and anime that we watch. You know, we're old men. We're trying new things, Meshi. We're trying out new things, and this podcast is a record for the aliens to figure out what we did, because we're the most interesting people on the planet, right?
Yeah, that, and they want to know about your jawline.
Thank you. As she begins to blush. Oh, bless. All right. So we're going to start off with our weekly recaps, what we did throughout the week. And I'm going to start with me, because I'm me. And if I don't do it now, I'll forget, because I'm forgetful. So Halloween happened, and I had a dear friend reach out to me and say, hey, I want you to play one of my favorite games. It won't take that long. It's like 4 stages. It'll be an easy game for us just to go through and whatnot. And I was like, oh, it's one of my favorite games. You must know it really well. Great. Wonderful. Thanks, Ryan. So we played Super Castlevania 4, which is essentially a remake of the first Castlevania that added a bunch of levels beforehand that lead up to the castle, because the first game just takes place in the castle, but this game has a whole journey beforehand. He sent me an emulator, and he sent me the ROM and whatnot. I was like, oh, this is great. He must know this is the emulator to use. He didn't say anything with any settings or anything, so it must just run perfect right out of the box.
Right.
This is gonna be great. So I played the entirety of this game, and it took me over 9 hours in one sitting to play through it. And if I wasn't gonna play through it then, I was never gonna complete it. And I am not one to back down from a challenge, because this game would drop to 1/4 of the frame rate during certain animations. The controls were finicky, and it's an old school game, Meshi. It's very punishing. What was it like watching from your POV of the amount of time that you got to see me play this video game?
I was there the whole time.
God damn it. I was hoping you were like, I was there for a couple hours. It was really funny. God damn it. Okay, go on.
It was probably one of the more, like, I can't describe how, like, fucking funny watching you do this was, because I knew, like, how aggravated you were being at it. And, like, I was like, you know what? If he hasn't quit by the 5th hour, he's gonna stubborn it out, and he's gonna power through it. And I was not wrong. It was so fucking funny to watch you struggle with, like, stairs and like bullshit that just like coming out of the ceiling and like water hitting you, and it's like, ah!
A tiny droplet hits me in the head that was obscured by the top HUD, and it knocked me into. There was so much. I played through this game essentially in a blind, stubborn rage. And most of my rage necessarily didn't come from the fact that the game was punishingly hard and difficult from a just like a pitfall thing. Like, you can't jump onto stairs in this game. If you jump at them, you will fall through stairs, even if they're there. Like the staircase here, if you jumped at it, you'll fall through it. So there's multiple instances where I would jump through the stairs thinking I could just jump up onto the stairs. No, you have to hold up while jumping, and it will trigger an animation for him to get on the stairs. Sometimes. So there's a big learning curve. I did not use save states. I brute forced it. If there's anything, I'm consistent. It was an experience. I'm glad I didn't bend the knee. Not that I would have.
It was
So that's what it's like.
right there, yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, like, what a journey, because you were going through an emotional state, I was going through an emotional state of hilarity, but at the same time, I was just like, it's okay, Scub, just let it go. Into he could do it, he's gonna do it, he's doing it.
I will say, so there's no spoilers really, because Castlevania always has death in it. You always fight death at some point. This death was probably one of the most bullshit death encounters I have ever played, because you drive like a tank without treads in this game. Simon has these thick thighs that don't move, and death is faster than I've ever seen him before in any game before. And every other Castlevania game prepared me for this moment, and that's why I beat death in like a few tries. If I hadn't played those other Castlevania games, I probably would have been cooked. And you know what? That's right. I saved so many people from having to play this game, and they could live through me. As I squeezed the controller so hard that one of my joysticks popped off. It was a fun experience. I'm gonna edit the video down because this is a 4-hour game that took me 9 hours to complete. So there's a lot of fluff in there. I don't know how much of the deaths I want to include. At a certain point, it's not really fun, and you kind of want me just to give up, but I don't, and then I succeed through overwhelming adversity. It was fun. I'm glad I got to do it. I survived, Meshi. I need a shirt that says I survived Super Castlevania 4 Stage 8, because that stage was the absolute my mind became unwound. I forgot the rest of the game that I played up until that point. Because it brings you to such a crawling, slow pace, and then if you screw up one thing, it's just over. You're just cooked, and then you're just back to the beginning again.
Was that the stage with the stairs that would like break when you stepped on them?
No, that was stage 9, which almost broke me, because that was what I was referring to earlier, was trying to jump onto stairs and hold up to trigger the stick to animation to then go up the stairs. But sometimes Simon, even if you're holding up, he'll attach to the stairs, and he'll just fall off and plummet to his death. It's all coming back. And then I remember the ceiling points that on the escalator ride things that go up, if your head touches a pixel, or doesn't even touch the pixel, if it's remotely close to a pixel, like you instant die. I did it. I'm the best. Yeah, it was more the fact that I thought this game was 4 stages and Dracula, because that's what Roy told me verbatim. And it ended up being 9 stages that were 3 parts each. and then it was A 1 through 3, and then it was B 1 through 3, and then Dracula was B4. So this experience in my mind was 4 stages, and Dracula ended up being, was it 10 stages? No. 11 stages and Dracula. But I did it. I made it, and I'm proud of myself.
And you kept your promise, and you still played Marvel Zombies afterwards.
If it's in the title, it's gonna happen. So we played Marvel Zombies, which we'll get into after this. To unwind, I spent some time with the ladies, Meshi. The wonderful ladies that we've talked about plenty of times on this podcast before, the First Descendant. You're talking to the number 8 Hailey in the world for the Lava Citadel boss fight. I'm just saying, you're in the company of the elite. So we're about 10 seconds off of the number 1 time. Meshi, looking at this list of gentlemen who have also played this video game, do you notice anything staggeringly different? One of these things is not like the other, and can you tell me what it is?
Things is not like the other. Yeah. Fuck, I don't know. What?
If you'll lean in and look closely, I'm level 22.
Oh, okay.
Every other person is level 31 and up. These are the no-lifers. These are the sweats among sweats. Me, a humble champion of the people, am showing you that you too can achieve great things if you look at pretty ladies long enough. So it was fun. I was doing a lot of runs today, and I got my first 70 million crit hit. Meshi, it felt so good.
Yeah.
Because you're diving into the boss fight over and over again, and you're just trying to get every little bit of damage. And I got it off the big gunshot where she like slams it down and like rears back, and that giant like rail gun shot comes out.
Yeah.
And I saw 70 million, and I was like, oh! And then I got too hype, and then I fumbled the rest of that run. But I hit 70 million. So I spent some time in First Descendant this week. It's been fun. I've been enjoying diving back into it. We're about to get some more content. Halloween's over. I was just happy that there was a boss that I could fight with Hailey, because I haven't been able to use her in so long, and she's super fun. So we're gonna break what would you call it?
Tradition.
Yeah, break with tradition. I want to react to this live. There is a gameplay trailer for, I don't know if you remember her from your time with playing the First Descendant for like 2 days straight with me.
Uh-huh.
The mecha lady that sits outside of the Axian Plains, not the Axian Plains. What's that place called? The Wasteland area that we used to like grind out for episode after episode, at movie after movie.
Yeah.
There's a lady mechanic with some mecha arms attached to her waist, and she's got goggles.
Yep.
She's becoming a descendant, Meshi.
Ooh.
So if you remember, I talked about the big bad guy gravity squeezing people.
Yeah.
In the story, she was one of them, but she lived. The other guys died horribly, but she
I
lived.
Bitch.
And she's gonna become a descendant because of it. So we're gonna watch her gameplay trailer. Here we go, everybody. sorry. I love Punch Girl so much. Okay, so I'm absolutely cooked already. Okay, so she's a punch girl with mecha arms. I'm excited for her to come out, Meshi. This is gonna be cool. I'm excited for the next Descendant to come out, and it's season 3, episode 2, Meshi.
Okay.
And there's a trailer for it. We're gonna react to it right now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, because he literally Magneto gravity squeezed and tried to kill her, and she lived because she had a lot of
Pizzazz.
airbags for.
I was about to say airbag. God damn it. If only I had a charge. Oh, that's right. He gets captured, doesn't he?
Yeah, he might be cooked because Nell is taking over as Alpha.
We're still searching. RK response is close.
Which is her.
Humanity will fight to the end.
Such a bad VA. I love it. Enzo just ate it to the face.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, there's Lava Citadel. That's the thing I killed like 500 times today.
God dang.
Maybe not that many times.
But enough.
November 6th. Meshi, when is that?
It's probably a Tuesday if I had to guess.
No,
No, it's a Thursday. It's a Thursday.
For Meshi, it was a Tuesday.
Yeah, for Meshi, it was Tuesday. It's next Thursday, or this Thursday, this coming Thursday.
Oh, wonderful! I'll have new content. Wonderful. Very excited. Oh, and you'll be happy to know, Meshi, they buff swords.
Oh, like the drop rate for him?
I think they made it easier for them to drop, and I think, okay, so here's the bad part. I told you about how bad they were to get, right?
Yeah, terrible.
They were as bad to farm as they were to use. Like, they were kind of irrelevant. Like, they weren't even good.
Okay.
Because of how they scale, and a lot of, like, Descendants will buff weapons and with just their traits. Like, Hailey, like, turns on, like, a little chiller. Like, this little orb will, like, blow, like, frost on her, and she'll stack up crit rate. Just having stacks of that on her. So, but no Descendants really are geared to augment the swords. So there was like one way to build them, and no Descendant really ramped up their damage. So it was kind of like, why are you here? So everybody that farmed them was like, come on, do something.
Oh no.
So I think they buffed them, and I think they realized that not everybody in the world is Korean and wants to grind that hard for something so mediocre. So I think they made it easier, and I think they're buffing the power level. So we'll see. I'll maybe report back with if they get better or not. Yeah, I guess we'll get into the rest of what I did. So there's a trend going on with live service games, Meshi.
Yeah, as there always is.
Shoot that guy real quick. Bam. So I played some Mecha Break this week. They introduced a PvE mode, and it's kind of like Night Rain, where you co-op, you group up, you queue up with a group, you go in and you like take out like fortified bases in your mechs, and then you like kill like boss like mechs, and you fight them, and then you pick up random loot that can augment like your boosting and regen ability and your movement and all your other stuff, which is really cool. And then you have to fight your way and get to an extraction point while these giant storms are brewing, and you'll take damage within the perimeter. It's almost like it's like the opposite of Fortnite. Instead of like a bubble closing in around you, tiny bubbles will form on the map and get bigger and expand and push you at like the parts of the map, and at a certain point, like you're like, oh no, I can't make it to the extraction because these two storms collided and made a giant storm, taking up 90% of the map.
Okay.
So it was
Sounds
fun.
neat. Yeah.
It was really fun, and there is a PvP mode of it where people can kill you while you're trying to get to an extraction point. I blew some guy's head off when he flagged up and tried to kill us. Which was really fun because I'm playing a heavy sniper, so I'm just Gundam Wing, just up in space shooting down on that fucking underground base with the gun.
Yeah.
Just blowing people up in one shot. It's kind of fun. I mainly want to talk about this game specifically. If anybody hears this, please to God, let me do the PvE mode with my friends more than 3 times a week.
I'm sorry, what?
You can only queue in to the PvE mode 3 times per week. After that, you have to buy passes, which are like $1.50 or like $2 per run afterwards.
What? What? That's the most fucking
So they have a thing. So it's incentivizing, like, you want to play with your friends more, you either wait till next week for your weekly 3 sessions, or you could pay us by the run because it's a free-to-play game, right? So they're trying to figure out how to make money out of people. Who is going to spend that money on
that?
Because I understand, like, it's a way for you to get augments and like gear for your mech to take into PvP without having to worry about getting blown up, right?
Right.
So like, oh, let me farm out my stuff to get a bunch of cool like legendary like augments, so then I can go to PvP and like blow up other people's mechs. But I just want to play games with my friends.
Yeah, that's
So it's fun. It's just a damn shame because it's one of these things where it's like, I want to have fun with my friends and you're not letting me, because this is it's fun mode. It's like Night Rain but with mechs, and it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a free-to-play game. I just wish I could do it more than 3 times a week.
Is there like some deluxe edition you can buy and just not have to worry about that, or is it just
I
every run?
don't know. I didn't look into it that far. As soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll see you next week.
So you can't even like do it on your own, like multiple times. You just you're 3 and done. I hate that.
And hey, you might even explode and not complete the run and miss out on the loot. But hey, you did a run, so.
Oh, and that count. Oh man, that's. Ugh.
Yeah.
Man, I was kind of excited there for a minute.
It's fun. It's just, kind of a sad state of affairs. But you know, that's what it is. What it is. So I just wanted to talk about it to say, hey, live service people, I think more people would play your game if you just let us play and keep playing. Speaking of live service games with letting you play with your friends, we played a little bit of the Marvel Zombies mode in Marvel Rivals. And again, this game mode is going away in like 14 days as of the recording of this podcast. I want more of this. I think my friends want more of this. This is kind of fun. What do you think of it, Meshi? You've played it for like 2 days now.
Yeah, well, I've never seen it from this side. Is that what your thing looks like all the time? Oh shit! No wonder why you like that so much. Goddamn. No, I hate the PvP of this game.
It's
so
it's
like
typical. Is Marvel Rivals a MOBA? What is it? Hero shooter?
A hero
what the fuck are these called?
shooter MOBA thing, kind of like a MOBA-esque kind of thing, I guess.
Okay.
Um, but like, oh, man, I hate it. But like, this is like, oh, this is fun. They like put some thought into it with like the talents and like the different abilities and the stuff. And so it's like, okay, it's not just a half-assed idea. Some intern was like, I have an idea. I'm assembling a team of 5 people, and it's gonna be the Marvel Zombie Initiative.
Yeah.
Um, if I hope it's such a success that they like build it into more than just one map, 2 bosses, and more talents and more heroes. Because it's fun. It's fun to just rapidly murder things with your friends. Um, I just wish there were more people to play.
Yeah, because there's about five heroes that you can play as, and it's fun. It's I don't know. I went ahead and I installed the game. I played it. I got a lot of fun out of it. Uh, I looked at Emma and I was like, "You're so beautiful. Let me buy a skin for you." To put a little money into it, just to be like, "Hey, I'm voting with my wallet in a sense where like I reinstalled the game, I'm playing, and I spent money during the time that this was up. I hope they see that Marvel Zombies happened and maybe the line went up a little bit, and they're like, oh, maybe people like this, and being able to play a PVE mode with your friends rather than just playing like bots or something, which that only does so much, right?
Right.
Um, but no, it's been really fun. I think we've played normal and hard, and we're gonna play extreme after this podcast to see what that difficulty's like. And after we complete that one, we'll be able to see what nightmare is like. But like you said, the only bad thing is there is only one map essentially. Now the mobs change, and you get different types of zombies, right? But the path is the same. The bosses are the same. So here's hoping that we get something interesting afterwards. I can't say I had so much more fun than that one time that we played Left 4 Dead.
I get that.
You know, and that might be just my Left 4 Dead fatigue. Because I played it so hard when it came out, but
Yeah, now there's like it's played to death so much. It's like, oh, I do have to do this. I do this. I do this. Sprint through here. Open up that door. Popping some pills.
pills here.
Pills here.
And just a side off note. So I was playing a little more Strive. And I asked myself, why am I doing this? You know how stubborn I am. We saw me play Castlevania 4.
Right. Yeah.
It only took me 5 years, and I was like, I can let go. It's okay. I'm not having fun. Why am I spending my time doing this? For an arbitrary, let me get to Vanguard. It's okay. Let go, scum. So I did. It's gone. I uninstalled Strive. It's gone. So I played some Street Fighter 6. So I picked up Viper because I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about. I did all of her combo trials, kind of seeing what she does. It's all interesting. It's all fun. It's very reminiscent of Street Fighter 4. Jesus, the jiggle. Christ. Hold on. Where was I?
You were practicing with C Viper.
Yeah. She's a very technical character. A lot of her gameplay is centered around jump canceling normals that aren't normally special cancelable. Okay, so essentially, you have to crouch medium kick, right? Okay, and normally with like a character like Ryu, you crouch medium kick and do a quarter circle and you throw a fireball, right? Easy, just. Well, Viper can't do that. She has to crouching medium kick, super jump cancel, which is essentially going 2-8, right? Down, up, and then doing the special motion. So you're canceling the normal into a super jump, but canceling the super jump animation into a special move. You're having to do multiple of these super jump cancels in a combo. So you hit the first normal, super jump cancel into a seismo punch. And then you super jump cancel the seismo punch into an airborne burn kick.
Okay.
So it's all fun, but it's a lot of meshy. If your left hand isn't working, there's a lot of left hand work with this character. You're having to do, and now there's a cheat code to it. All right. So what you're having to do is you're having to do down medium kick, fireball motion into up forward, and then press the next button once she starts to super jump into the button. That would be the special move. So it's a shortcut, right? But you're having to tiger knee essentially all of her normals into other specials, then tiger knee those. She's fun. I could never play this character at a competent level because of how much brain power it takes to execute stuff with her.
I'm running out of steam here, boss.
She's real fun. She's really, really fun. I'm going to sit down with Royan and I'm going to have, because he said, Scum, I want you to teach me this character. I'm going to try Street Fighter with Sea Viper coming out. And I was like, okay, just prepare. You're going to have to sit in training mode for a really long time. So I want to sit down with him and I want to go through her trials and I want to see how long it takes him to get through them as I coach him to execute these things.
So is there any route that doesn't involve super jumping in between everything?
Yeah, but essentially you're not playing the character at that point.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's kind of like you're missing out on like over half your damage.
I'm just thinking about like baby's first combo where he's like, I just really want to play the character, but I suck.
Yeah, you could essentially do like crouching light kick, crouching light punch into Thunder Knuckle, which is kind of her rising uppercut thing, and then spin a bar of your drive meter by pressing 2 punches, and she'll do a follow up smackdown punch for like 100 something damage. It looks cool. But
equivalent of throwing dust in their eyes and be like, yeah, I won.
Yeah. And that's a bread and butter combo, mind you, because it sets you up to dash up and have Oki, and then you get your meaty pressure. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to land that baby combo I just told you, get in their face, and then counter hit them. See that you counter hit them, you're like, okay, time to super jump cancel stuff. And start fainting out of stuff and super jump canceling stuff. I'm glad they added a hard execution character to this game, because there hasn't been really a character that really has kind of tested people in that way. And I've also gotten back into rank grind a little bit. I did like 4 matches today with Jury. It's all still there, baby. I was playing a Guile player. I posted it in Discord. This Guile player was not checking me a lot, and I was like, he's holding down back a lot. He doesn't have the flash kick ready to go.
That
he
was a
waiting.
real match?
Yes.
That I watched.
So I punished that guy into not pressing anything because I kept whiff punishing him.
Oh my
like
God.
I would move in and out of his range, and then he would poke with his like medium punch, and then I would stick the big toe at him and then hit him in the face, and he'd be like, ah! And then I hit him with a combo. So that clip I showed you was I trained him and put him in the corner, and then I was like, okay, you threw a fireball, you're scared. So I drive rush overhead, hit him, and then I went into my full combo, and I was like, optimized. And I killed him with like over half his life.
I just thought you were showcasing something you discovered. That poor guy.
No. That was it. That was in a real match. That was full resources, and I put this guy in the corner, and I was like, okay, it'd be a shame if you held down back. The Kyle player, and then I hit the flat top with my big toe, and then I did the full thing. Yeah, so like it's nothing. This is like we're talking about 1400 rank MR. I'm not one of those people who sank to the bottom of the pool. I'm just kind of sitting at the entry point because I haven't really put time in, and I'm like, why am I not putting in time? Because I'm having fun. This game is fun. Even when I lose, it's fun. I should play fun things. So, anyways, I just thought I'd give you an update on where I'm at. And goddamn, Street Fighter's fun, so we're back in there. So I think that leads us to your side of the podcast, Beshi. What did you do with your week?
So Battlefield released 2 new modes that are both free to play. which is their battle royale mode, and a mode called Gauntlet. And I've played both so far, and they've also released like 2 new guns, I think. I can't remember what maybe it's only one because I can't remember what the other one is. But I could be wrong. But
Break it down for
Gauntlet
me,
is
Meshi.
but the Gauntlet is basically like a squad elimination mode. So you have like 8 squads in the beginning, 4v4v4v4. And there's different game modes like capture the flag or go take this bomb to this thing and then blow it up, or a team deathmatch. And basically, as you go through, you have to get enough points to qualify for the next round. So if you don't, then your squad's eliminated, and then you kind of continue onward if you do. Initially, what I found is that most people will ignore the objective in the first 2 rounds, like the first 1 or 2 rounds, and they just go on a massive killing spree, and that's all they do. They sit
Kill the other
somewhere and
team!
they're just like, I want to play sniper, and they're like shooting people out of buildings. You're like, you're the most ineffective motherfucker. You're not even killing anybody. You're just shooting pot shots.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, it would just be me if I installed Overwatch and it's like, I want to play Widowmaker. We need a tank! Pow! Anyways, I'm sorry, go on.
You're good, but it's really fun. It's a lot more fun than I thought I was going to have with it, because like, I don't know, it's just the stress of like these squad based things and then like these objectives and then like but it's quite fun because nobody seems to take it seriously. Like the other teams don't take it serious. There's no like, I haven't run into them yet, but like some sweaty people that are like, we're gonna play SOCOM, we're gonna tactical the shit out of this. No, everyone's running
squad,
around being
on me.
jackasses with cars and other things. So
I'm gonna battle your field.
it's good fun. And then I played their battle royale. They had a battle royale in Battlefield 5, which was a World War II game. And they had their, every battle royale has their wall. Fortnite has its storm. COD had its blue wall or whatever it was. I can't remember. No, it was toxic gas. PUBG has its blue wall that like burns you. Battlefield has a giant wall of fucking fire. And in Battlefield 2 or Battlefield 5 when it first came out, like that, it was such a cool effect. Like somebody put so much time into it. You'd be like on the other side of it, and it would just be like the effect would be beautiful. It was great. It was great fun. I loved that mode. And nobody played it because it wasn't free to play like everyone else's battle royale game was. So they didn't get enough people. So I'm surprised they put another battle royale mode into this one. But this time around, they made it free to play. So I'm hoping it does well. They brought the wall of fire back, with the exception of if you touch the wall of fire, you will die instantly. There's no hiding in it. There's no running. It's just, you gotta go.
You get in there and fight.
Pretty much. But it moves so slow that it's not like detrimental. Like, yes, it is if you're like hanging out around it, but it's not like, oh fuck the zone. It's just there to make sure that you're getting to the point where you're actually fighting everybody else. But it's good fun because it's got like vehicles and like tanks and stuff, but the tanks aren't like super broken. You can easily like kill them with. They give you like a ton of anti-vehicle stuff. It's just a good fun squad battle royale, and they give you second chances, and there's redeploy towers. At least for until you get to like the ending of it, and there's missions to do so you get better gear, and it's not like, oh, I fucking walked around a corner and got popped in the face and now I'm dead and now I have to requeue again. Okay. That's no fun.
Oh,
But-
fuck me then. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck my life. It's it's a good boat. I've it's been a while since I've enjoyed a modern. The last one I really enjoyed by myself. I'm not including Fortnite because Fortnite is, dumb fun with friends.
Hmm.
I guess Battlefield could be dumb fun with friends, but I also play it by myself. So I don't play Fortnite by myself. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the dexterity to fight all these children. Um, but this one I could see playing by myself. So
Well,
it's
that's good
good.
that they're
I enjoy it.
adding like extra modes to it. And that's the other thing I was going to ask you, because this is primarily like a PvP mode, or like a PvP game. Is there really any single player or like co-op content in this game, or is this
Oh yeah.
strictly they were like out of the box? This is just PvP.
So they kind of alternate if they do a campaign or not. This one they have a campaign, so you could do
Mhm.
like a single player campaign. And then there are bots that you can create in like custom maps. So like people can create custom maps and add bots. So people have like wave defense against like zombie bots and you're like fighting them off
Ooh.
in like a tower. There's like
Uh-huh.
extraction modes where you're just fighting like waves of enemies as you're trying to get to like a point on the map and get out in time. And so they've definitely upped their game and just like, yeah, we may not provide you with a PvE game that you like, but here's the tools to make the PvE game that you want.
I completely forgot about you telling me about them just kind of like, oh yeah, here's all your like custom game mode stuff. Just like make whatever you want. I forgot you mentioned that, and I bet that might be fun to see what people have like come up with and like done, and what are like the real good ones.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll take a while, but I'm sure someone's going to come out with like a bunch of really cool stuff eventually.
Because because I because I've seen these two guys who do these they play these Smash Bro courses that people make, these custom, like you have to use this character and it uses the character specific moves to do an obstacle course. And it's kind of like people come up with interesting like dexterity things to move through these courses. It's all like fan made and they kind of review it. That might be kind of interesting to be like, oh, there's like this high rated battlefield mode. Let's try it out and see what it's like, and then we give our thoughts afterwards or something. And like put a spotlight on it or something. Um, Depending on
Yeah,
how much effort and work is put into it.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I like that idea.
All right. So, was there any other Battlefield stuff besides
No,
those new game modes?
that was it.
Okay. So what else did you do, Meshi?
What else did I do? What is
Did
up
it
there
involve
first?
violence?
Yes, it did involve violence. Gunfire Reborn had another update. Um, they've done 2 new characters, which I have not bought yet, but I have seen them in action.
What have you seen them?
They do a shit that their new characters kind of outpace. It seems they to outpace their old characters by quite a
Oh,
lot.
power creep. They're like, nice.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
like your our first characters kind of have like really basic abilities. They're strong, but now that we've kind of gone into the game, they're like, all right, these characters are like really strong though.
Mhm.
Um, but they've added new enemy types, new modes. They're doing a new what was it last time? I think last time it was cards. I don't remember. This time it's dice. So like each dice has like a modifier on it and you roll the dice and that determines how powerful that modifier is and then
Mhm.
you add it to like your inventory and that becomes like a permanent buff for your character. So it's like increased critical strike. Well, how much critical strike damage do you get increased? And so it's just the luck of the dice roll and you can get more dice as you go along and they become like legendary that you pick up. It's really interesting.
I'm gonna cut you off right there.
Yes.
I have a critical question for you.
Yeah.
At any point during playing this, when you rolled the dice, don't let me down. Did you audibly say "dimension the dice"?
I may have, yes.
Yes, let's go. Dimension the dice.
I mean, anytime you roll dice, you just want to say it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, go on.
Um So they're trying new things to keep it interesting, and they've changed World 3, which was like like kind of like a water place, but it was
Yeah, yeah.
super dark and it was just kind of like to look at. They've
Hmm.
updated it, so now it's like bright and like actually like at a beach, but during the day. And there's like new enemies. There's giant crabs with each pincer has a big ass mace in it that like run at you.
Hmm.
It's like what the fuck? You're like
Get away from me!
get away from me. Um, I've really enjoyed it. It's one of those games where like I could not play a ton of, but like every once in a while, it's a good fun to just have a run.
Hmm. Is that all you played this week?
Yeah, I think that was it. I haven't played much this week other than Battlefield. I played a lot of Battlefield this week.
Some things call to you. Like, we'll get into what most of took up my week. Anyways, I rewatched a movie because I was like, I'm in the mood for it. I haven't seen this since like it probably came out. I rewatched The Transporter with Jason Statham
Oh my god.
to see. This is a 2002 action movie where Jason Statham, he's a transporter. He's living in France, retired military, and he drives people around, transports stuff. He doesn't ask questions, pay me money. He's got a cool BMW that changes license plates. It's got a code to activate the engine. And this whole story takes place with he broke his own rule. He opened the trunk and he found a Chinese girl stuffed in a bag, and everything goes sideways. Meshi, this was the pinnacle of dumb action movie.
Uh-huh.
The plot was paper thin, but it was stupid, goofy, and fun to watch. How do I put this? The caricatures of human beings that these people play in this movie is
I'm sorry.
hilarious.
I have to interrupt your thought. I so apologize. Did he just deflect a fucking missile with a dinner tray?
Yes. Into an oven, mind you. Meshi, this movie. Okay, do you remember in Undercover Brother when there's a golf course chase
Yeah.
in golf carts and the guys
Yeah.
scream and they gently nudge the pipe and they explode after
Yeah.
screaming for like a minute? Good bit.
Yeah.
So Jason Statham is driving away from cop cars at like 10 miles an hour, but they're trying to cut it really fast because they're in like a small city with like small European roads. So it's like, oh my god, the movie's so fast. But meanwhile, they're actually like, but they're cutting real fast. They're like, oh my god, and then it's like car porn, right? They're like zooming in on the gear shaft, going like, and like
Right,
sideways
yeah.
looking at the tailpipe and shit. And it's like, oh, this is great. Two cop cars T-bone and they just explode at like 10 miles an hour. Because the cop turns and he takes a turn too sharp. And he's like, oh, he overturned. And he's like, ah, and then it just explodes. When they,
Oh, the pinnacle
oh
of
my
dumb
god,
action movie.
it was not a good film by any means. Oh, my one complaint was how terrible the soundtrack was. So what would happen in this movie with Jason Statham would get out and he would start driving, right? And he's driving off and they start playing some female rapper talking about making men scream and stuff. And it's like, why is Jason driving to this? Because it's not like he's playing it on the radio, but the song would perfectly cut off as soon as he parks the car and shut off. So in my mind, it's like, is he just listening to this? Because it starts off with him starting classical music and he's preparing for his drive of the movie, and and then throughout the rest of the movie, weird music will play. So he finds this Chinese girl, right, in the bag, right? And eventually he gets her out. The bad guys try to kill him, and he goes back and he takes revenge and he kills all the dudes, but the main bad guy's not there. So he gets in a car and starts driving off. And then he finds her in the back seat who's tied up to a chair, and she's just in the back seat. He's like, what are you doing here? So he gets out, pulls her out while she's attached to the chair, puts her in the middle of the road, and goes, bye. And gets in the car and starts driving off, right? And he's like peeling down the road. And she's sitting there in this office chair, missing like 3 wheels, like, help! And you see Jason Statham, he's like, fuck. And he stops the car, throws it in the reverse, and R&B starts playing where it's like, I got love for you. And he's peeling it backwards, about to hit her with the car.
Holy shit.
So, you know, it was a fun watch. It was a bad movie.
Can I ask, is this, I can't remember if it happens in the first one or the second one, but is this the one where he has a bomb on the bottom of his car and he has to detach it in a very hilarious way?
No. So what
I
happens
must
in
be
this
fast
one?
forward too.
So that's probably the second one, which I want to watch after watching this film. Okay. This is how I relate to people, Meshi. I'm a drink slut, right?
Right.
I've got a V8 here, and I have water, right? If I didn't run out of Sprite Zeros, I'd have one of those as well. So Jason Statham drops off the bag. He finds the girls in there. She tries to run away. He tracks her down, throws her back in the bag, puts her back in the trunk, and he's like, that's what I get for trying to be nice and give you a drink and let you out to go to the bathroom. You run away from me, whatever. He puts her back in the bag, takes her to the bad guys. He's like, here's this, whatever. And the bad guy's like, well, here's more money. Take this package somewhere. He's like, okay, whatever, fine. He drives off and he stops at a gas station. Wouldn't you know it, the bad guys put a bomb in a briefcase and are trying to kill him afterwards. He gets out and goes inside the gas station. He has his little meal, and he's like, he stops outside. He looks over, there's a vending machine. He has to buy himself 2 drinks after his meal. And in doing so, while buying 2 drinks, gives him enough time to not make it back to the car, and then it proceeds to explode. So he's holding on to 2 drinks in this moment. Hold on. Playback speed, half speed. So he's got 2 drinks, and in that moment, I was like, oh my god, this movie's so relatable. So being a little drink slut saved his life.
The double fisting Pepsis is holy shit.
You know, it was, oh, and there's also a scene that I love where Jason Statham ends up fighting a bunch of the bad guys in this warehouse, right?
As he does, yeah.
He's outnumbered, so what does he do? He takes off a shirt, of course. And then he proceeds to pour oil. There's a barrel of oil, and he throws that on the ground, and it gets everywhere. And all the bad guys are like, oh, falling down, right?
Right.
So the whole floor is covered in oil. He finds a bicycle, and he jumps on top of it and slams down on the foot pedals and breaks them off. And he puts them on his feet. So he's got these pieces of metal attached to the bottom of his feet that are held by the little, the little pedals.
Yeah.
He proceeds to spin kick the shit out of people while they're slipping around covered in oil. And he's essentially got metal on the bottom of his feet and just spin kicking people in the face. It's a dumb movie. I had fun. So I don't know if I could recommend it, but what are you going to do?
You recommend it if you're into dumb action movies.
Yeah, and I was just in the mood for something dumb and just like, I need a paper thin plot. Give me an excuse for Jason Statham to beat the shit out of people. But what I found was Jason Statham is a drink slut like I am. The depth is there, right?
Right.
Oh, and can I also give another kudos to it. So this is taking place in, like, I think France. So he has a French inspector following him around. He's like, "Oh, you're retired military, just living off your whatever here." Yeah, I bet, sure. But he's French, so he's like, right?
Right.
So he's speaking kind of broken, accented English. And then you have Jason Statham speaking the Queen's, right?
Right.
And then you have this Chinese girl speaking accented, broken English. So the three of them are sitting down having a conversation, and only one of them is speaking, like, clear English. And you have two different accented versions of English being spoken. And I was like, huh. You know, it's just fun. This movie has heart. It's got heart, and whatnot. So it'll be fun to maybe watch the second one. So I talked about wanting to watch some Scooby-Doo, right?
Oh my god, I know this moment. Yeah.
After we played through Fortnite, and I was like, fuck, it's been so long. I used to love Scooby-Doo. And I found out there's a crossover with Johnny Bravo and Scooby-Doo. But what I didn't know, it was one episode. But I watched the episode, and I loved it. And I'm just going to let this clip speak for itself.
And Jebediah!
My glasses! I can't see without my glasses!
My glasses. I can't be seen without my glasses.
Jinkies! Everything's dark! I've gone blind!
I'm only gonna say this once. Don't touch the glasses.
Oh, it was a treat. It was only 10 minutes, but it was just fun. Johnny Bravo single-handedly is one of the best cartoons of our generation, Meshi.
Oh man, can I in all honesty, anytime there's like a reference to I can't see without my glasses, all I ever think about is Johnny Bravo going, I can't be seen without my glasses.
It's so powerful. So, and what I love most about this, right, was this took place later on, right, in like the 90s.
Right.
So Scooby-Doo is kind of like, it's almost poking fun at itself in a lot of this. So when they're going to break up, like break into groups or whatever, Fred immediately stops one of the plans. He's like, "No, Daphne, we're going to the basement." And he like looks at the camera with eyebrows. It's like, holy shit, they just leaned all the way into it. And Daphne's like, "Oh, yeah, sure, you go with him. I'm going with Fred now." So,
shit.
it's a fun 10-minute watch. Would watch. It's just fun. All right. I guess we'll get into. Well, let's start here. So you watched 4 episodes. I talked about Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider last week. Glowed on, waxed on poetically about it, how much I loved it. After we stopped the podcast, I pulled up the episodes. I was like, "Bessie, do you want to watch it?" Because I wanted to watch them again. So we watched it. Meshi, what did you think of it after I gassed it up?
Oh man, you I believe I told you that you undersold it. It's so good. Like I can't even like begin to put words to it, just how like fun and enjoyable and just like not relatable. Well, I mean, in a way relatable. Obviously, I don't want to be a Kamen Rider, but it's like, oh my god, this poor man, he just wants this dream to come true. And then it happens, and he's just like breaking down in tears because he's so happy. And then he punches the shit out of somebody.
Right here. It's so endearing. He has so much heart. And then he proceeds to punch the shit out of that first dude and knock his teeth out.
Oh man, that teeth bit is so good.
Oh, it's so. It's such an enjoyable show. So we're gonna have to watch it again because the 5th episode came out today. Oh man, it's enjoyable and it's going places. I can't recommend this show enough. And I've always been on the outside. I've always been mildly kind of interested in Kamen Rider. And then a few years back, we watched the Shin Kamen Rider movie. And it was one of the hardest, coolest fucking things I had ever seen in my entire life. It changed me, Meshi. I loved it. You were ready to go to bed. I loved it. And so this anime it's funny how these animes are coming out with like 30-plus-year-old people like being the protagonist, like Kaiju number 8 and this, and it's like, the adventures and struggles of these men are more relatable to me than, say, Naruto in the Chunin exams. And from like a character standpoint,
Right.
I just want to say that there's certain reactions that happen in this show that end up being stronger than JoJo reactions.
That's fair.
So it happened, this show single-handedly, because I talked about it when this first happened, and I saw this guy with tears in his eyes going for a rider punch, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. This is my moment. And Meshi, guess what I did?
You watched it?
I've started the man who is a motocross racer with a 600 IQ.
God damn. Okay.
600 IQ.
Uh-huh.
In the first episode, he gets kidnapped by Shocker, and their evil scientists turn him in to a cyborg, which is Kamen Rider, who looks like a grasshopper, right?
Okay.
And he's got a 600 IQ, but he's really good at motocross. And he has this endearing racing coach who's there with him the whole way. So they kidnap him, turn him into a cyborg. Some girl, the scientist old man, fights his way into the Shocker underground base, frees him, and gets him out, and he dies in the process. He gets struck by the Spider-Man dart that turns him into bubbling stuff, and he disappears. Just like in the anime that we watched, Meshi.
Okay.
Everything's a reference, and now that I have all this context for it, it's amazing. Every episode, they essentially kill one big monster, right?
Okay.
And the first stretch of Kamen Rider, which is like 14 episodes, the final episode, they resurrect a bunch of the past monsters who got killed by a rider kick, which is great. He rider kicks people, they fall down a cliff, and then they explode. Meshi, at one point, okay, so he's facing off against a monster that can jump really high. And I was like, oh my god, he's jumping over him on the bike. What if he takes flight with the bike and crashes it into a monster?
Yeah.
I was like, but this is the 70s. They can't actually film. They won't be able to film it because a lot of this is practical stuff. They're having to do a lot of interesting things that they like speed up the motion of film on top of film. So the Shocker guys look like they're circling really fast, but he's in the middle, like trying to like keep track of them. Like a lot of cool, like old film stuff is happening. So I'm like, they can't do anything cool like that. Meshi, he takes flight with the bike, crashes into the monster. You can see the film cut, and then a paper mache version of the monster flies off and explodes after being hit, but the real actor being hit with a bike.
That's fucking
It's
amazing.
so fucking awesome. I got to see the first rider chop. So I adore this man with a 600 IQ who ends up making a bunch of silly mistakes. All of the Shocker goons who are just going yee happens every time. Every monster is laughing in a high pitched, like distorted voice. Oh, so I'm having. Oh, go on.
Is it going to turn out that like all the Kamen Riders are just like Shocker trying to make somebody to fight the Kamen Rider and then they're just accidentally making their own enemies?
No, so get this, right, Meshi?
Yeah.
So the first Kamen Rider was a guy who got kidnapped and they turned into a cyborg for evil means, but he broke out before they could mind control him.
Right.
The second Kamen Rider was Shocker's attempt to create the same being again to fight Kamen Rider, but the original Kamen Rider broke him out before they could mind control him. The third Kamen Rider is going to be a Kamen Rider that the first and second performed a cyborg surgery on to transform him into a Kamen Rider, giving him the powers of the first and second Kamen Rider, V3.
Gotcha.
And V3 has a brother. All right?
All right. Yeah.
They
On board.
make him into Rider Man, and they
Right.
only augment him with an arm.
Oh.
And he's got a mask, but he's Rider Man, but he has a mask. He's got a cyborg arm that's got like a fucking like rope it extends and whatnot.
Okay.
So, no, Mishi, it's not always them. Actually, it ends up being the Kamen Riders make another Kamen Rider.
It sounds
Oh.
like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia title. The Kamen Riders make another Kamen Rider.
These guys got to stop making their own worst enemies. Oh, 1,000%.
Oh,
It just reminded me of Kaiba Man, finding out about Rider Man.
I love Kaiba Man.
So I'm gonna be continuing on, and what's also kind of funny is I didn't bring it up, but we're already here, so I'm just gonna go back through and let's see if I can find it. So the first enemy they fight is the Spider-Man, right? The Spider Space Man.
Yeah.
Guess who the second villain is, Meshi?
Some type of bug, like a cockroach.
The space bat space man.
Oh.
So it's a humanoid bat that he fights.
Okay, makes sense.
You know, it's all these things that end up being like actual other things. Let me find the image. I took an image, but that's the writer getting crucified, kicked in the nuts. Another funny anecdote, just because I found it funny, was the fact that so he finally fights his first female enemy, right?
Right.
And it's Queen Bee, so it's this girl in a bug suit. She looks just like QB from Darkstalkers, which is a fighting game.
Yeah.
And you could see the inspiration. She's got the bee circle boobs or whatever and everything. It's like, oh my god, that's just Queen Bee. Meshi, I want you to look at this image, okay?
Uh-huh.
And when you first look at this, this is Cobra Man.
I was about to say he's some sort of snake, yeah.
If you squint your eyes, what do you see here? Think real hard.
Squint my eyes. What do I see here?
There's Cobra Man standing right here in front of us, and behind him, goons.
Right.
What does your mind jump to?
G.I. Joe, honestly.
Yes, the Cobra Commander and the goons with their belts and their silly blue and red face paint. And that's the other thing I want to get into, just to wax on poetically. So I've gotten to see the evolution of the Shocker combatants.
Yeah.
So they go through phases of like green and red face paint with berets, and then they get blue and red face paint with berets, and in this part they end up having little robber masks with blue face paint.
Okay.
It's just been fun watching the evolution of the goons of the show. And also, perfect, found it as well. Let me make sure this is hidden just for So he ends up fighting Queen Bee, right?
Right.
So every action scene, they cut out the female dude. They get a male stunt actor in full, like a singlet. So you just clearly see this guy with a flat chest and a bulge getting kicked off a cliff. Because they have to swap out the actress for a stunt guy.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm having a field day. I couldn't believe at this point in my life that I would be at a point where like, oh, I'm just gonna be watching Kamen Rider, and here it goes. And I can't wait to go back to the Shin Kamen Rider movie to watch it again after I've seen all of this stuff. It's been so fun. All right, I think I've waxed on poetically enough about Kamen Rider for one day. I brought up a movie last week that I watched, and now you've watched it, so I want to talk about it. You watched R.L. Stein's Pumpkinhead.
I did, yep.
What'd you think about it, Meshi?
It was an enjoyable movie where, like, it feels like almost like a made-for-TV horror movie. So it's like
Yes.
not like super everyone's gonna die or they're gonna be like brutal, whatever. But it's just kind of like we're gonna try and at least, entertain you for a bit.
Mhm.
Because I'm so used to being like, I'm so used to being like, oh, I know what the rating is. Either A, no one's gonna die, or they're not gonna die cool. So I'm just gonna instantly not like this movie. But I ended up liking this movie overall. I thought the scarecrow thing was pretty creepy. I think they just got a fucking contortionist or something to just wear the costume, and they were like, yeah, just do
Yeah.
weird shit for us.
Yeah, it's unnerving and weird to look at. And to go back to that point, we're talking about people dying and whatnot, and like this is like, oh, this is a kid thing. There's not going to be like really anything. Can I just say, when the brother goes back to put the pumpkin back, and they essentially have the Evil Dead scene, but PG-13,
Yeah.
it's still horrific because the plant shoves itself down his throat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
This is, it kind of swang with what it had, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Oh God, it started. They put it in the trailer.
How that guy is not screwed up for the rest of his life, I don't know.
I know, right? But essentially, it just takes place where the kid ends up, whoever eats the crops when they're adults, they happen to forget about the kid who ended up getting sacrificed to the pumpkin to have a bountiful harvest that supports the entire city. How'd you feel about the twist in the end?
So when you find out who the bad guy is, or like the very end twist?
Like when you find out who the bad guy is, that it's
Oh.
not the farmer.
Gotcha. I thought it was good. Like I kind of when he started talking to his dad, the
Mhm.
stupid adult guy was talking to him, I was like, okay, it's not
Something,
him.
yeah, something
Yeah.
else is going on here, and then it ends up being like the sheriff, and you're like,
The
oh,
other
well,
guy.
that's
Yeah.
pleasant because at least it wasn't like the entire movie was just like, no, it's just the farmer, and he's just a guy
and
willing to do all this.
And they played it in such a way that you're like, oh no, the cop is just he's drinking the Kool-Aid too. Like it wasn't super obvious it was him, but it was like you believed that he was probably not in on it. He was just fucking just eating the food like everybody else and didn't know what was going on. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's just a solid, fun watch. I still feel like I like the Children of the Corn movie that we watched or whatever more than this. But this was just a fun kind of just Halloween story for like all ages.
And that ending, which I won't say, was probably one of the more brutal endings to a horror movie I've ever seen. Like that, like I was expecting it to be like, okay, they're doing this, and then here's the fix. It's like, nope, credits. I was like, oh, Oh.
Oh. Okay, so you've started an anime that I've been very curious about. I saw a tall cup of hot chocolate, and I was like, this show might be kind of rad. Um, how do you say this? Gachikai Kuta?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard it pronounced. So that's probably the best it's probably going to be.
Sorry for our non-weebiness. So Meshi started this show. Tell me about it, Meshi.
So I thought it was like a show that came out like years ago and it just started popping up on my feed to like watch because it's got 16 episodes already.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay. It's a season one, whatever. No, it turns out it's still ongoing and it like came out in July. And I was like, oh shit. Now I've watched 16 episodes and the damn show's not over. I'm back to week now.
Oh, so
Like
you've
it-
done the same. Oh, there she is. Go on.
yeah. Yeah, I just finished the 16th episode today. Overall I've liked it. It
Mhm.
it's kind of very generic protagonist where he, gains powers and he has like a set goal that he wants to go on. And that's really kind of all he's obsessed about. So like when he meets all these like new people that are going to be his crew, like that umbrella guy and stuff like that,
Mhm.
he's just like, I'm only joining you because I have a goal that I want to get to and I'm going to go and do it.
Mhm.
And that's like his main focus. But other than that generic stuff, like the fights are really cool.
Mhm.
Like the idea of how they get their weapons and stuff is like, oh, okay, that's interesting in a world filled with garbage. That's kind of neat.
Mhm.
Um, but like, I really like the animation. I'm a sucker for glowing eyes. I think they're cool.
Oh, they're so
Um,
cool. They're the coolest, Meshi.
yeah, and like anytime they use their powers, their eyes glow. And everyone has like unique eyes. So
Mhm.
it's really cool to see it kind of just they just make them look cooler in there. Um, but it's kind of an interesting. I like the world because
Mhm.
it's basically like there's these asshole people that live in the sky above them that they can't get to because of some magic barrier. And
Mhm.
all they do is dump their fucking trash onto them every day, all day. And apparently they make so much like waste and garbage because their city up in the sky is perfect. Like
Mhm.
they're pristine, it's all white. They're like, yeah, we're the best. Anyway, so we're dumping our garbage down this hole. We don't know where it goes or what it does, but it's coated their entire planet in garbage. Like there's garbage storms that happen. It rains garbage just periodically. It's a wasteland of whatever. And it's caused so much like animosity from the people
Mhm.
that live there that it's manifested itself into magic that has caused the garbage to come to life as like garbage monsters, like fucking kaiju level garbage monsters that
That
run
have
around.
manifested through the hate of the have-nots.
Yeah.
Essentially, what you're telling me is this pristine city has somehow managed to make an army of Grinches, and instead of trying
Yeah.
to steal Christmas, they want to kill them.
Yes.
So the Grinches are gonna go steal their lives. That's pretty rad. I'm excited because okay, I like battle, like just I like anime fights when they're cool and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's what I really wanted from when I first watched Chainsaw Man, but that show's not really about that. Um, so it's not really that. So I've kind of I'm looking for a show, and this show I saw my lady do something cool, and I was like, wait a minute, this could be cool. So now that I've heard that you've actually watched all the episodes up till now, that seems like a recommendation. If you sat down and this held your attention enough for you to get current with it,
Yeah. No, it
then
it did. And it's mostly because like everything is unique because it's like garbage.
mhm.
You get like but they like it's garbage with powers that
Mhm.
they give. Basically, like if in the world, if you love an item so much and you take care of it and whatever, it eventually like collects uh basically magic.
Mhm.
Generic term for magic. They use something else, but basically it gets infused slowly over time and generates like a soul
Mhm.
from them loving the shit out of whatever it is. And then some of those people can activate those souls and they turn into like weapons.
Mhm.
Um, and but only like a few people can do it, and you have to like really love your object. So like a guy really loves his staff, or like the one of the dudes really loved gardening with his wife, and so he cherishes like his water hose, which turns
Mhm.
into a fucking like water cannon. And
That's
so
like
like
sick.
and then like one of the ladies who like it's one of my it's so interesting to watch her fight because I'm watching the movements of because she uses scissors and they change into like body size scissors and
Mhm.
instead of like using them with her hands she wraps them around her feet and like kicks them and like spins them around and
Ooh,
like does all
yeah.
this other stuff and I'm like, oh, that's really cool to like watch them try to animate her doing this
Oh,
with her feet. So I just it's really unique. I love the all the different like weapons that they come up with to use.
high recommendations. That's big praise from Meshi. So I think I'll try to fit it somewhere into my Common Rider marathoning, and we'll report back next week, and I'll see how I like it. But that sounds very promising. I'm very excited about it. Um, so big news, Meshi.
Yeah,
Chun Li is coming to Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. Um,
right.
they've given her. She's got her trailers and stuff out, and they've given early access to people to kind of showcase like some stuff. I haven't seen the animation, but I also want to watch the trailer and stuff, so we're just gonna watch it here. And I don't know. This is kind of now that I've freed myself of the strive shackles and I'm playing stuff that's fun again. I'm like, I really didn't have a character in this game yet. Um, they toned Vox down way too much. Gato's really cool, but I didn't put the time into him. I think I want to try Chun Li in this game, and really sit down with her because I really like how this game plays. It's fun to do EX move into EX move into EX move. It's just fun. This game feels great to play. So this is the Chun Li, I guess, animated trailer thing. Oh, okay.
When that first scene came up, I was like, how did she just kick herself?
That's why.
Oh.
Why are the two chunners here? I'm not complaining. It's 2 times the amount of thighs. Oh, never mind. Mai is being sneaky with her ninja stuff.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
That's cute. Okay, so we had a cute little thing. Hold on. Let me pull something up, Meshi.
Okay.
Um. So there is some character art. Let's see here. Where is it? This is famous character art. I think it's one of the SNK artists. Let me get it pulled up. I think this is what's from the CVS 2 days. I believe when this was. Let's see. So, anyways, this is the image that I was referring to. This is iconic, Meshi. This is the two ladies of two fighting game franchises facing off in the best possible way. I just wanted this image to be in your mind. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So here
Don't forget
is the Chun-Li trailer. You ready?
Yeah, don't forget to pause or wherever you...
We're recording right now, Meshi.
Okay.
Aw, what's wrong? Did I scare you?
Hardly. Now make like a ninja and disappear.
Are you ready to find out who the true Queen of Fighters is?
Sure. Try not to cry when they give me the crown.
It happened! It finally happened!
Then show me.
Oh shit, that's so great.
Time to show you some real kung fu. I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Oh,
Just say the word and we can hit the bricks. Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
Oh, she looks great, Meshi. And if you don't know, this is her versus series super. So this has never been in a mainline Street Fighter game. And they made her big level 3 super the Marvel super that Chun has.
All I ever see is Kamen Rider kicks now.
As you should, because guess what? Everything's been influenced by Kamen Rider. And Meshi, years of wanting and waiting for a singular moment to happen in time. And see if we can just slow it down to the exact image. It was one of these moments where that image is so iconic that... Oh, damn it. I was so close. Perfect. Meshi, it happened. When an unmovable object meets an unstoppable pair of jugs.
It's like that moment where people used to watch like on DVD players, they'd have like that DVD symbol, and then they're like, "Oh, it's gonna go in the corner. It's gonna go in the corner." Oh, it finally happened.
It finally happened. It was the equivalent of that with jugs, and I don't know. It's something that warms my heart that all of this old stuff is being referenced by a company that doesn't even have this character necessarily, where they're putting so much effort and stuff into showcasing a lot of the love of every version of this character is being showcased in their version of it. And it's just fun. So I definitely think I'm going to try Chunners out when she comes. Big excited. We are a fighting game
big
podcast.
excited for
What?
Mr. Big.
Mr. Big's next on the list, Meshi. And guess what? Mr. Big's real cool. The ladies love Mr. Big with his bald head and his sticks.
Yeah. Here, let me pull up a video of Mr. Big being cool.
All right. So you've been playing a lot of League of Legends, Meshi. Kind of. Here and there.
Yeah.
You've
in my
mentioned
own
it here
way.
and there.
Yeah.
Whenever you don't have anything else to do with your friends, you play some League of Legends. Yeah. I've been playing the fighting game kind of here and there. There's a new League cinematic, so I'm going to need you to explain everything that's happening because I don't know what's going on.
Every new path seems to lead us closer to chaos.
Piltover was a lesson. Calamity is always approaching.
Perhaps we should focus on the opportunity that's washed up on our shores.
Besides, you have no host. Unforeseen turns are simply part of any path. Our next move must be bolder.
My name is Xin Zhao, Seneschal of Demacia. This sapling bloomed in the royal gardens, where none should grow. Its presence gave me no peace. So after 30 years, I have returned to the lands of my birth, seeking answers.
You know the tale of the devoted shrine maiden, Xinjiao. You should hear the story behind it.
Leaderless and lost, war between the Darkin became inevitable. Ionia was just another battleground among many. Some of us prayed to the shrine spirits for deliverance, and that was when he came to us. His name was Zehen. When the war was over, we returned in victory. But something had changed in Zehen. He could feel his humanity ebbing away, and feared what he might eventually become capable of. And so he asked to be bound like the others.
If you crave freedom, Otacon, then tell me where the Darkin weapon lies.
The first glance.
Ionia is but a doorway.
Yunara, what has happened?
He says he experienced a dark vision.
I saw Demacia in ruins.
Okay, so here's the thing,
Someone knows the
Meshi.
truth.
Yeah.
They mean to freeze
I
Zehen.
thought this was going to be a cinematic where they do stuff and they have their own music video going on in the background. I didn't expect a 2-minute lore dump to happen at breakneck speed. I thought this was just going to be some cool animation with a silly like pop song going on in the background.
Yeah, like they've released before. Yeah.
Okay, that was just a lot of lore dumping. Who's the lady who got gleeked on by the gross monster? Who's that?
I honestly don't know. I
Who's
don't
the
think
monster who gleeked on her?
Can you scoot it back a little bit where it actually shows him?
Big guy right here. Him.
Yeah. Trying to think of. Because my first thought is it's Nocturne, because that's the only shadow monster I can think of, but that's definitely not him. So I don't know actually.
It's been too long.
Yeah, I don't.
Fair enough.
He's my-
Okay, I thought we were gonna
Oh.
get like just like
it's butchering of League of Legends. It's LeBlanc. Okay, and the monster is supposed to be a voidling. I see. Gotcha. A big ass voidling. I'm so used to them being like really small with Bowser.
it's little things. But guess what, Meshi? Who cares about all of that? I thought we were gonna have fun. But guess what? Fortnite is continuing, and guess where we're going?
Springfield.
Springfield, baby.
Samson. Oh my god, they put him in a little robot suit like they did with Roger.
Yeah. Did you see the or the banana scientist?
Stupid
And flames? Flippers.
That's good.
That's pretty cute.
Oh man, something about this art style makes me want to vomit.
Does it really?
Because it's so
Cell shaded?
Yeah, like it's so uncanny and
for me, it finally makes sense with all the cell shaded characters. It looks correct now. Like with you see like Fry and like those other characters. Now the Fortnite characters look really out of place.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It looks like visually, it looks great. It's such a weird like contrast to like seeing like their original characters on top of these shell shaded characters.
Fortnite. It's the little things. That looks fun. I think we'll have to do more of that. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a Homer main? Sorry.
1,000%. Why are you little? I played a lot of Simpsons Hit and Run, so it's gonna be kind of fun going around Springfield again, if that makes sense. Because I spent a lot of time playing that game, and it's like, oh, I'm going to get to see these locations all over again. It was rad. Are you caught up to date on Scream, Meshi?
No, I didn't watch the last one.
Neither did I. We're gonna watch the trailer for the new upcoming one.
Perfect.
I don't think I've watched since the reboot or whatever happened with it, and I think there was a fall. Anyways, there's a 7th one. So.
This is it.
Can't believe we're staying at the Psycho Killer B&B.
Oh, that's so cool. It's a motion detector.
And stab in the heart.
All I think about is running down the stairs.
That's all I ever think about when I see him.
What a shitty way to die.
Hello, Sydney. Did you miss me?
Did you press
nice little town you found.
I don't know if I got past the 3rd one, if I'm being honest.
Reminds me of where we grew
up. I can't remember where I
Well, you
ended
sure
up.
know a lot about me for another asshole hiding behind a voice changer.
Oh, I'm not hiding, Sydney. Not this time.
I'm in your attic. I don't have an attic. Where the hell am I?
Who are you people?
Why would you have to do that?
I want to be a fighter, like you. If you hurt her,
I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it.
let's unmask this fucker.
All your friends died for just being near you.
Where is my daughter? Tatum, listen to me.
I think that's the hardest part about watching
We're gonna do this together.
horror
have
movie
to shoot him through the
trailers.
wall.
They spoil
To the right of
so
the door.
much.
Yeah, everything. Like, look at all these cool kills.
Like,
That turns out to be the guy's friend.
You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother.
Oh, I accidentally lit myself on fire. Put me out! Put me out!
Put me out. He's running. Ah! That was fun. All right. Well, that's next year. That's gonna be a while.
Well, that's quite a while. I'm like, she's been through this like so many times. When she gets a phone call when he's like, "I'm in the house," it just feels like she would be the kind of woman at this point that's like, "All right," and then she like jumps out the window and then pushes a detonator and just blows her whole house up. Like, I think that's the level that she would be at this point.
She should be at, right? Did you watch the Halloween reboot?
Yes, I did.
It's essentially like Jamie Lee Curtis, right? Where she went psychotic, like preparing for it to happen again.
Yeah.
Like that first one was rad. I did watch the follow-ups. I love Halloween to an absurd degree. That first reboot was real fun. Watching Jamie Lee Curtis, like all of her, like y'all were making fun of me beforehand. You know, I ruined my whole relationship with my, just my husband and my kids, and I'm estranged now. But guess what? I was right. Rad. Anyways, that was a podcast. We had fun. I didn't think it was going to be nearly 2 hours, but anyways, we'll see y'all next week. Say bye to the people, Meshi.
Goodbye, people.